question. You were speaking about how why haven't they killed you yet, or things like that. I wanted to speak about Illuminati and if you believe in that, if it's infiltrated hip hop, and a lot of people say like Jay-Z, you know, Kanye West, they have affiliations with that, and when you reach a certain level in hip hop, that they approach you. I'm wondering if anybody has approached you on that, if you're working with them, because some people I've heard say they believe KRS-One is a Mason or something like that, and if you didn't mind speaking on that and what your thoughts are.
Yeah, well, where do I start? No, I'm not a Mason. Let's start there. I study Freemasonry, though. Studied for about 20, well, coming up on 20 years now. Studied Freemasonry. I've known Freemasons all my life. They trust me with their secrets. They trust me with their symbols. They trust me with their knowledge. I'm considered a 33-degree Master Mason, but I'm not a Mason. I'm sort of what you would call an honorary member because I understand the truth. Masonry is not the Illuminati. Freemasonry is, or was, it originally started off as what science would be called today. Back in the days, there were several sects that knew the truth, and they would put that truth into whatever craft they were practicing at the time. So first you have men and women that make boats, and they make these boats to sail. So they create what is called maritime law, the law of the sea. And there's a gentleman named Jason Whitley, as well as Jordan Maxwell, that speaks, actually Jordan Maxwell speaks extensively on this, that in an ancient sense, those who made ships would put spiritual knowledge into the concept of shipbuilding. So you would get God as a ship. God's inner would be the hull, the mind is the sails, and we are on the stage of life sailing, sort of like an old Freemason or Masonic poem is row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life is but a dream. That's the secret, if you can comprehend what I just said. But the point is that secrets are put into the craft of the teacher. The teacher does not blatantly tell you, this is the truth. You won't even understand it. What the teacher does is put the truth in the craft that the teacher is practicing. So you have shipbuilding, and you get this whole philosophy, which is really all of Egyptian mythology based on ships, water, because that was their craft, that was what that was. Then you go a little further down, and you get, actually, right here in California, on Wilshire Boulevard, there's a major Masonic temple there, and on the outside of the temple, they show you the Pharaoh Akhenaten handing over to a Greek philosopher the truth. And that Greek philosopher handing it off to someone else, and that's right there on Wilshire Boulevard. You should go look at it.
Word.
This is where Freemasons get their knowledge handed to them from the Pharaoh of Egypt, Akhenaten, who is one of the special pharaohs, because Akhenaten is the one that didn't believe in the old Egyptian ways. He said there is a new way to approach God, and told everybody that God was the sun. And we're not going to get into Christianity and all of that later, but this was first Akhenaten. Now, I mentioned all of that just to draw a wedge between Freemasonry and Illuminati. The Illuminati is a different group. May have been some of them may have been Freemasons, but Freemasonry is about the building of man as Solomon's temple. As Solomon builds his temple, this is how you should be building yourself. And as one of Solomon's temples, you are also building the world to be a better place. That's Freemasonry. Illuminati is a group of scientists that were against the church, and the church was against them. Some 1700 17th century philosophers called themselves the illuminated ones, the ones who bring light into the world. They were scientists that was saying basically that the Bible is not the whole truth. That like a guy like Sir Francis Bacon, who everybody believes is the true writer for Shakespeare. Francis Bacon, actually there's a movie coming out October 28th called Anonymous.
Shakespeare was a fraud or something.
That Shakespeare was a fraud. This is a Masonic lore that's getting ready to be revealed. But this guy Francis Bacon is the one who was believed to be the original writer of Shakespeare. Francis Bacon would be somebody you would say is part of the Illuminati.
Right.
Not a bad group. The Illuminati has nothing to do with evil, nothing to do with all of that. The Illuminati is a group, well, the first group is a group of philosophers, a group of scholars that are not looking at reality based on the church. They're looking at it based on what we now call science. The other Illuminati is a group of bankers that start with the Rothschilds. And there were one Rothschild, and it was 5 sons. And each Rothschild controlled a part of Europe. One son was England, one son was France, one son was Spain, one son was Germany. And they started a banking system in Europe, the Rothschilds. It was a Jewish family. Started a banking conglomerate throughout Europe, lending and lending money, making money on money. And their banking practice got so big that they began to finance governments. The bank began to finance wars and other things like that. And so this group of bankers got slapped with the term Illuminati. Bilderberg Corporation, which is its own Trilateral Commission. These are all committees and groups of nerds that want you to believe they are someone for you to fear. Those that know the truth know what the Illuminati is. You know what Freemasonry is. In fact, you know that the only reason you can even speak the word Freemasonry and Illuminati is because the true secret society is operating on us right now, and you do not know. Those who are really in control, we don't even know their names.
Right.
We will never know their names. And here's the secret to life right here. The ones that are in control are righteous and good. The world is controlled by righteous people. Those righteous people make you believe that they must be feared so you don't rob them and beat them and run up in the White House and demand justice. These people keep big security all around them. Why? Because they're scared. Anytime a president you're the president of a nation, but you need security to walk amongst your people, you ain't the president. Come on.
Is it people who are supposed to be righteous and good, or who are righteous and good?
No, are.
Oh.
They are. They are. This is physics. The nucleus is surrounded by the proton. Every piece of matter is positive. It's the negative charge that makes it stagnant. If we only had positive charges, you would talk to the chair and it would respond to you. It's the negative charge that makes the chair what it is. So if you can somehow sidestep the negative charges in matter, you'll change it. This is called alchemy. another subject. Just to put a period here. So Freemasons are Freemasons, and Illuminati is Illuminati. Illuminati means illuminated ones. There's nothing to fear there. But nerds always want you to fear them because they are afraid of you. Now, one of the big things I bring up about KRS-One, I got fans in the FBI, and I know it. I've seen them. I've spoke to them. I got fans in the FBI. Cops pull me over, playing my record. They want to play the record on the thing. Boop, boop, and the sound of the bullet. Boop, boop, and the sound of the bullets. They pull me over for autographs. My reality is just a little bit different. When I do book signings, the CIA comes and gives me their card and say, good book. CIA journalists, agents, field agents, they come through. Here's the card, CIA, Central Intelligence Agency. Be like, wow, they bought the book. This is the world I'm in. I don't understand, yo, Chris, they got the big brother, and yo, conspiracy. I don't know about, I'm the conspiracy that the Illuminati need to be worried about. I'm the conspiracy you need to be really worried about. Me worried about you? Or what some other, see, here we go, again, and I'll just end it right here. Here we go. Don't listen to another person's purpose. The Illuminati is the Illuminati because they follow their purpose. Now who are you? That's the question. We sitting around thinking, the minute you put Illuminati on your mind, they got you. The minute that's on your mind, because first of all, Illuminati don't even exist. It's a term we're throwing around for people we don't understand. And if you dig into the heart of any man, it is good. All people are suffering from problems that they face in their lives, and it comes out to us as corruption and evil. But if you know the truth, you know there's no such thing as corruption or evil in physical nature. So what is the real problem with people? The real problem is we have psychological disorders. We have depression. We have hungers and thirsts. We have loss